This video we're going to be discussing Squid Game. If you did not learn anything, maybe you need to go watch it again. So he had lost respect from his family members, he had lost respect from people in the community.
Yeah, me say then the girl, my life be like yo.
Hey sweeties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sims. If you're here for the first time, you're most definitely welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back boo. In this video we're going to be discussing Squid Game, but please just click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. If you've been coming back and watching my content and been enjoying it, please just subscribe to my channel. If you're just joining the family, welcome. Now we're going to get right into this video. So we're discussing Squid Game. Squid Game is a series that just came out on Netflix. It's a Korean series. Now before you click the X button, the cancel button, it's not like every other Korean series. There's so many life lessons from that series. If you did not learn anything, maybe you need to go watch it again. I mean, are we just watching movies these days? We want to learn something. So in this video, I'm not going to be discussing all the life lessons. I'm just going to be discussing lessons concerning your finance. You know that we're leveling up on this channel. Whether you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, this video is for you. So I'm going to go straight to summarizing this series so you have a good understanding of what the series is all about. Then I will go into telling you the lessons that you can learn from this video. So these are mistakes that you should avoid. Alright, the series started with them telling us about Gihan. They were showing us his life. Gihan had lost his family, lost his wife, not to death of course. His wife left him with his daughter because of all his financial troubles, and he was living with his mother. So he had lost respect from his family members, he had lost respect from people in the community because everybody knew that he was in debt, even from his friend that was always following him around. Gihan was desperate to make money, so he took some of his mom's money and went to gamble, and he made some money. Now he had loads of debts lining up, and instead of him to pay off the debts, he was looking for how to spend the money. Immediately after making the money, at the counter at the betting center, he gave the attendant 10,000 won. After he left the betting center, as he was stepping out, the loan sharks came. Instead of him running away because he didn't want to give them back their money, the money was stolen from him. So all the money that he even made from betting, he lost it. And then they ended up beating him. He ended up signing off his rights, so they could cut off his arms, his legs, take out his eyes if he didn't pay back the money or within a month. Because he was desperate, in the process of all of this, he ended up at his train station. He met a man who asked him if he wanted to play games and make money in the process, and then he played the games, made some money. But after the games, the man asked him if he wanted to make more money, and he gave him a card that if he wanted to make more money, he should call this number. He ended up calling the number. He got to the game arena, and there were 456 people at the game arena. Money that was supposed to be won was $38 million. Initially, all they knew was that they were coming to play games, and the games they were playing were children games, but they didn't know that the games were life-threatening and could literally take their lives, or people will have to die to get money. So the way it worked was, the more money, or the more people that died, the more money they were going to make. Each person was worth 100 million won, and there were 456 people there. So if one person died, they added 100 million won to the there was a place where they kept all the money and they could see it. So after the first game, over 200 people died, and they were left with just 201 people. And at this point, they realized that you have to die. It's either you die or you win the money, and only one person could win the money. So they started to complain, and they said they wanted to leave. So they voted, and then at the end of the day, everybody was allowed to go home. They gave them the option of calling and to come back if they wanted to come back, and they'll be picked up from the pickup location that they initially picked them up from. So then they got back home, they started to experience all the troubles that they were experiencing before, and then they decided to go back to play the game out of desperation. So now I'm going to be talking about 6 financial lessons that you can learn from this movie. The first one is try as much as possible to stay away from debt. Jihan was owing people money, and because he was owing people money, he ended up in so much trouble that his wife left him. He lost so much. At the end of the day, he lost his mom, he lost the respect of his friends, he lost the respect of people in the community. He even lost his right to his body parts in the process because he owed money. So try as much as possible to stay away from debt. I know it's very difficult, but if you do end up borrowing money, make sure that you're borrowing what you can actually pay back. Don't borrow what you can't pay back. Let's try as much as possible to avoid credit facilities, because it's very tempting, but you find out that if you don't have a structured way or a definite way of paying back that money, anything can happen within the space of you paying back. So if you say you're going to pay back in the space of a year, anything can happen. Maybe you lose a job, or something just happens and finances or your money is not coming in like it used to before, and you'll not just be able to pay back. So make sure if you're taking a credit facility, taking money from credit facility, make sure that you have a structured way and a definite way of paying. So my next point is, if you do end up borrowing money, make sure you pay back. Gihan did not pay back his loans. He even went to make more money, and instead of him to think that the first thing I should be doing is paying back my loan, he's thinking of how to spend that money. Now, if you borrow money, please pay back so that you don't end up being embarrassed like Gihan was. He was beaten, he signed off his rights, he was embarrassed at the end of the day. He had to even go back to collect the 10,000 won that he gave the attendant at the birthing center, which was very embarrassing. So try as much as possible to pay off your debts to avoid embarrassment. The third point is, do not lend money to anybody if you cannot let go of that money, because you know how human beings are. Human beings can be very funny. So if you're lending anybody money, it's either you know that if this person doesn't pay back, I'll be okay, or you're sure that this person is going to pay back. So make sure that you're giving out what you can afford losing. You understand? So don't, if you can't afford losing that particular amount, you can tell the person, okay, let me give you part of the money. If the person asks for 50k, you can say, let me give you 20k, because you know that you can do away with 20k. If the person doesn't pay you back that 20k, you are fine, all well and good. Try as much as possible to not just lend money just anyhow. Think about it. Can you let go of that money if it doesn't come back? Are you going to be okay? Are you going to be in trouble if that money doesn't come back? Next point is, do not compare yourself to anybody, any of your friends, anybody on social media, because half of the things people claim to have on social media, half of it they do not have. That's a period. Like, social media is the ghetto, guys. It's the ghetto. So everybody is just pretending, everybody is trying to claim that they have certain things just because they want to acquire that life for themselves. It's a means to an end. Doesn't mean that everybody has whatever it is that they're displaying for you to see. They're only showing you what they want you to see. So Gihan in this series had a friend, Sangwoo, and Sangwoo was, everybody thought Sangwoo was a successful one. He was making so much money. He was even traveling abroad. He told his mom he was traveling abroad, but at the end of the day, Gihan met him at the game arena. Sangwoo was even in more debt than Gihan was in. So let's try to not believe everything you see or everything you hear about everybody, and don't feel depressed because you're seeing that other people, or you think other people are doing better than you are, because you're doing well all by yourself. You're doing very okay, and that's on period, baby. My next point is, there's always a cost to making money. The cost could be you working very hard, staying up at night to read and study for an exam, taking courses. It could also be you losing your family in the process of you focusing on making money. It could be you losing your friends, it could be you burning bridges. So my point here is, try to balance everything. Try to balance every aspect of your life, to not be too focused on making money that you burn bridges and forget every other thing good that's going on for you. Try to balance it out. Go out when you can, have fun when you can, take breaks, go on vacation whenever you can, because if you end up making all that money and you find out, you look back and you find out that all the things that you're even trying to make that money for has vanished, then there's really no point. So try to enjoy what you have while trying to also make money. Do you guys understand me? Yeah. So there's something I always say, that if you make all the money now and tomorrow you fall sick and you can't spend the money, then what happens? So yeah, try to take breaks and try to balance everything out. My last point is, don't be too desperate that you start to do things that you normally would not do just because you want to make money. There's a difference between working hard and being desperate and doing something that is extreme. Everybody has their own definition of what is extreme, so I'm not here to tell anybody what is morally right or wrong, but these people were desperate. They had the opportunity to leave and they left, but they came back out of desperation and they didn't mind losing their lives in the process, or killing other people in the process of them making money. So try as much as possible to not be desperate. Yes, you can work hard, but try not to do extreme things. You define what extreme is to you, but try as much as possible not to do extreme things just to make money and enjoy life while you can. In the first place, don't be in a position that now makes you desperate. So try as much as possible to avoid situations that make you very desperate to make money. So thank you guys for watching this video. So I told you at the beginning of this video that I'm going to be sharing good news with you guys. So I'm going to be working with a brand called Nairametrics. I'll be writing lifestyle content for them, articles for them. So guys, please do well to check out the articles. I'll leave a link in the description box down below, so please do well to read the articles. And yes, I cannot go without acknowledging the fact that I have new subscribers, and some of them are from or discovered my channel from Nairametrics. So welcome guys, welcome. If you're from Nairametrics, please comment down below. If you're not, please comment down below and let me know what state, what country you're from. I'd love to know that. If you guys have learned something from this video, please drop a comment also down below. My subscribers, my returning subscribers, thank you guys for all the love, because we could not have gotten here without you. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.